Good morning and welcome back to Sunny Side Up. Faith, how you doing this morning?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, Faith's the co-host. Shocker, right? So, there's been a lot of negative news, in the last year. So, I thought today it'd be nice.
Really?
I thought might be nice to wake us up today with a little bit of good news.
Wake us up as it's what, like 11:30?
Well, we woke up looking for good
Okay,
news.
because sorry, I'm going to go off on a tangent for a second. Because this is what's happening. And we've done this for like the past 2-3 weeks. I don't know, I feel like since Christmas break. Or like since Christmas. We've been going to bed on weekends at like 2 a.m. And it's been going on for like 3 weeks where we stay up to an ungodly hour and then we sleep till 10. I haven't seen you sleep this long in a long time. Like, I got out of bed before you this morning.
Yeah, well, there's a few things that you have had potentially I might someday or in the past and have called it negative traits and and sleeping in. I mean, I had to go to therapy to learn how to relax. To be fair, so sleeping
And I
in.
did it in this amount of time.
You fixed a lifelong vendetta I've had against myself about sleeping in and relaxing.
Yeah, because here's the thing. When we first got together, until like very recently, I feel like you have always gotten up at like 7 a.m. on the weekends. Mm-hmm. Just like, like even without alarms, you would just wake up at 7 a.m. and you'd just be up and ready. And I have never been like that. My mom literally called me Sleeping Beauty. That's what my parents called me growing up because I just liked my sleep. Summers, I was in bed till 10. I've just been called Sleeping Beauty. I liked my sleep. But when we like first started dating, I like kind of quit sleeping in. Like once we kind of got into it, like I think when we got engaged or whatever, because we were spending more time together. But I like stopped sleeping in because you were up, and I just like naturally started getting up. And I feel like we're reverting back.
I hate it.
But it's like we're just such
It's healthy
night.
for me to get 8 hours of sleep.
It is healthy for you to actually sleep, but not when we stay up till 2 a.m. And it's become such a problem because before at like 12 we were like, okay, like time for bed, like we're pretty tired. Now 2 a.m. hits and we're like, I guess we should go to bed now. Like it's not even like, oh, I'm really tired. It's like, no, I guess we should go to bed now so we can actually have a day tomorrow. Like it's like I've noticed it more and more over the past 3 weeks or so. We've just been sleeping a lot more.
This is very counter to who I am as a person for my entire life. I used to pride myself on not sleeping. I remember one summer I was going like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night every single night for the full summer, and I was just like, nah, I'm gonna fully enjoy this summer. I was like I think I was whatever age you are going into like 10th or 11th grade. So that would have been what, 15, 16?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I've just always been very anti rest and very anti relaxation.
I know.
R&R was never something that was an option for me, but you have you've broken that. You've broken me, Faith.
I think the appropriate term is I've chilled you the hell out.
I'm going to go with broken.
We just relax a lot more. Like, I don't know. I do more things now. I have more hobbies and I enjoy more things besides just sleeping.
Wow, you enjoy more things than sleep now. Thank God.
But yeah, I've noticed that over the past few nights where I'm like, damn, we keep staying up really late.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, it's because we're having a great time. Like, I don't know. And it's not that we're like necessarily doing stuff together. Like, we are. Like, we sit on the couch together. We've done so much.
Like last night we did a puzzle, but
oh yeah, I whipped out a puzzle last night and we did the puzzle for a bit. But yeah, like, I think part of it too is that we like do our own things, like the parallel play stuff. Like, we do our own things, but we're together. And we just get so into what we're doing that we're like, oh, okay, it's already kind of late, I guess. Like, I was doing that puzzle. I swear to God, I started it at, like, or resumed it, because I started it earlier. I thought I started it at, like, 10:30 again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought it had been, like, 30 minutes. And all of a sudden, I looked at my phone, and it was past midnight. And I was like, what the hell?
I'm going to have to go to therapy to learn how to tense up again. I don't like that my body's relaxing and healing. I would like to go back to old me. Anyways, the positive news. It was actually so hard to find just like positive news that wasn't, oh my God, this firefighter rescued a kitten. That's basically all I was finding. And I was like, this is trash. I don't want any of this. And so I struggled to find, I thought it was going to be so much easier, right? There's so many like positive news outlets out there that are like, oh, we just post uplifting news. They all suck. They're all terrible. And they sound like clickbait fake articles that you would get like an ad for and like a scrupulous app. And you're like, oh, don't click on that, you know? So this proved very difficult.
Which is very depressing if you actually think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I looked everywhere too, so I can't even say I was like looking in the wrong places. I searched all sorts of different ways to try and find positive news, and I was just like, well, okay, I guess I'm going to default to media announcements. So I have 2 media announcements that I am construing as good news.
Okay.
First up is a Star Wars one.
Okay.
And I have been very out of Star Wars and Marvel for a long time, just not really enjoying a lot of stuff. I'm not an Acolyte hater. If you're a Star Wars fan, don't lump me into the Acolyte haters. That's not where my disinterest in Star Wars is coming from. But what I wanted to talk about was the announcement. A trailer was released today for a show called Maul Shadow Lord, and I am very excited about this. Now, don't get me wrong. I think I would be even more excited to announce a Star Wars show that wasn't taking place in the same goddamn era we have been getting since the 70s. I think, 70-something is when the first Star Wars movie came out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because they talk about it in the 70s show. So, yeah, 70s. Anyways, this
Sorry, pause.
What?
Did you just say they talk about that in that 70s show?
Yes.
Can we go back to that for a second?
Uh-huh.
Because I thought you didn't like that 70s show.
I don't.
I've been recently into that 70s show a lot more recently. I've been watching it a lot.
Yeah.
And I have noticed that you're starting to pay attention when I watch it now.
I almost suggested watching that 70s show the other night, and I was like, no, I'm not ready to accept that I now really enjoy the 70s show. Yes. So... anyways, I don't have anything against the 70s show. I just, for reasons, I just don't love. I don't know. Let's move on.
I love that 70s show. And just, if you didn't already know, we own all 7 seasons on DVD.
Oh. Joy to the media collection. Anyways, Maul Shadow Lord has been officially announced with the trailer. It's streaming on April 6th. And it is in a slightly improved Clone Wars animation style, which is very exciting because the Clone Wars animation is fantastic. It kind of, the Clone Wars makes it look like it's a kid's show. But I really don't think the Clone Wars, like, it's written to be consumed by all ages, I think. But it looks like it's for kids, although I think the themes and a lot of the things that go on are like actually a little bit older, maybe young adult.
Oh, like Steven Universe.
Yes, in that it looks like a kid's show, but it is really for a slightly more mature audience because of the deeper themes that are going on and what's being talked about. Yes, 100%. Because Steven Universe does get into some very depressing.
Steven Universe themes. Is like very, like if you watch it through an adult lens, you're like, oh, holy crap,
trauma.
Yeah.
So, do you know anything about Darth Maul?
Michael, I've never watched a Star Wars movie.
I thought you had watched a Star Wars movie.
It might be like scenes of it. My dad watched it in the background, but I don't really think my dad was that much into Star Wars either. Dad was more of a Harry Potter type of guy. Oh, yeah. Dad watched
See,
Harry
I would
Potter.
put him into like a Stargate bucket.
I don't know if Dad's seen Stargate.
No way. Your dad has absolutely seen Stargate.
I don't know. Dad likes the, like Harry Potter. He watched that marathon, like, every time it was on TV, when they put it on for, like, Halloween or, like, Christmas or something. He'd always watch those, and he really liked the, like, old vampire-esque movies. I don't know. But I don't know if Dad's seen Stargate or any of those.
No way. I'm going to have a talk with your father. So this is Darth Maul.
Okay, I've seen him before.
You have seen him. Okay. So he is, in the movies, he's almost like a throwaway character. He's introduced as this big bad, and he's like kind of like assassin type. He's going to come after the heroes and kill them, right? And then he does manage to kill one of the heroes, a very important guy. But again,
spoiler alert.
Again, but it's like he's important only in the extended universe, right? In that he does not have a major role in the films. He dies in episode 1, which is the 4th movie released.
Oh, okay.
And so Maul's kind of seen as like a throwaway character, but fans come to love him, and so he's been revived in the last 10, 15 years, where he's had cameos in movies, and he's come back in other shows, and he's like, kind of seen as like this puppet master that's kind of hidden behind the scenes. And so his character is, and this is like after like, oh, he was cut in half in episode 1, and he's dead, and it's like, well, actually we just replaced his lower body with like a robot thing, whatever, he's still alive. And that's kind of how they got around bringing him back. And he's just a fantastic character. He represents like the dark side, but in like a different way. His character's motives are just very different from a lot of like the Sith Lords that we get seen. I think you could make a pretty good argument for that. But his show is going to focus on him. He finds an apprentice, and he's training that apprentice, and he's kind of I'm going to assume he's going to be rebuilding his criminal empire in these movies. And I guess it takes place either between or throughout the Clone Wars and the Rebels TV show. So I'm very excited about this because I think it's good. And it's back on Coruscant. And Coruscant's always like, Coruscant's the city planet where it's like there is no life. I mean, there's life, but there's no like natural vegetation or anything. It's just the planet is turned into one big city. I would assume that the whole show is not going to take place on Coruscant, as is like Star Wars tradition. But all in all, I'm just very excited about this. I love anything Darth Maul, and I think the show is going to do really great numbers, especially using the Clone Wars animation style. Anyone who watched the Clone Wars growing up, I think is going to really enjoy the show. Yeah. So I'm very excited about it because there's been a couple shows like with Marvel too, like recent stuff that I'm like, okay, is this the point where I get back into these franchises that I have loved for, most of my life? I kind of think I might be getting back into Star Wars with this, which would be nice because there is some content I'd like to catch up on, but I just I haven't been able to commit myself to get back into either of those franchises, but we'll see.
What is it streaming on? Like, where is it going to be at?
Oh, it's all Disney. Disney owns Star Wars.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My other one, also nerdy news, in that the Fallout Shelter reality show, which has been rumored for some time, is now confirmed and casting is open. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's going to be based on the mobile game Fallout Shelter, which is just you're building a vault. When I say these words, are you picking up on them yet?
A little bit, because you talk about it so damn much.
So damn much?
Michael, you talk about Fallout a good amount, especially when you and Eli were playing it together. You talk about Fallout a good amount. I've got like a general idea of like what's going on.
Okay.
Especially now that you're watching the show.
Yeah, and there's no watching anything in my life without you hovering over my shoulder. So.
God forbid, Michael.
Anyways, I'm very, I wouldn't say excited, not apprehensive. I think I'm just looking forward to what this show could be.
Yeah.
Fallout's a very interesting universe. It's got a lot of very fun stuff going on, but how does it translate into a reality show?
That's kind of what I thought. Cause
I guess maybe reality show is not, what's the correct word for something like Big Brother and stuff? It's not reality, is it?
Big Brother.
Yeah, the show Big. Oh my God! Please tell me
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Big Brother.
I don't even know what that is. Let me Google it real fast and see if I know what it is. Because it sounds familiar.
How about like Amazing Race or something like that? All these in the same category. So what would you call that? Would you call it a reality show?
I don't know. Like, what would you... Because, like, yeah, it's reality, but it's, like, more of, like, a game component, right?
Yeah, it's game shows. We probably sound like idiots right now.
I know. No, I've never seen this show.
Surprise. Two people on a microphone sound like idiots. Anyway, so the show is going to be based on... So in the game, there's special attributes. And special is an acronym. And it stands for... I don't have this memorized, but strength, perception, endurance... Oh, I'm so close. Charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Those are the main stats that you improve, and it affects your gameplay throughout the Fallout games. And so all of the games in the Fallout Shelter show will be based on using one or a combination of these attributes to complete games and advance in the show.
I don't know, because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, okay, a game show based off of like this. But in my head, I'm thinking of like how Squid Games did it. And that was like, I don't know how I felt about that. So like that's what I have in my head right now, and that like wasn't, so it's not like, I don't know how I feel about it. Do you know what I mean? Have you seen this Squid Games one?
I have never actually watched the show.
Okay, I've never watched the show either, but your sister was watching it because she watched the show and then she found out that there was like a game show.
Oh, the game show version of it.
Yeah, she was watching the game show, and I was like, this is kind of like interesting. Like, I can get why people would like it, and it's entertaining. I was just like, nah, like whatever. And so that's kind of what I have in mind when you're talking about this, and so I hope it's better than that.
I would say it's probably going to be better. I think I don't know if the thrill of what Squid Games is translates as well to like this reality show version of it, but those are my new announcements.
Okay.
Those are my good news.
Your good news. Okay.
My good news. Yeah. Faith, what do you got for us?
Okay, so mine's not really good news either.
Oh.
Because like you said, it's hard to find good news. Mine's kind of more of like an interesting topic, like this article that I found that I just thought was really interesting, and I figured you might enjoy. So, get my notepad out here because I took notes, Michael. Okay, so it was this article I found on like my my Apple News thing, because I just went on there and I like scrolled, and I'm pretty sure this is an article from National Geographic though that they did. And it was about, don't think I'm going to say this right, sporogami. Have you heard of that?
No. Is it something to do with like origami?
No. Okay, I'm so happy you haven't heard of this because I think you're going to find this really interesting. Okay. It's one of those like weird sport things mixed with like, I don't know. I think you're going to like it. Anyways, sporogami is a combination of the words sport and gami. Gomi, I think, which means trash in Japanese. And this guy, his name was, I don't know, Keneshi, he's Japanese. Mamatuka, I don't know. I'm gonna completely butcher his name because he's Japanese. Anyways, he was like on this run and he started like picking up trash, and he was like, dang, this is actually kind of fun picking up trash on my run. And then he realized it's because he made it into like a sport, and when you add that competitive style, it like makes things fun. He literally made a sport out of picking up trash, Michael. They have World Cups and everything. He made a sport out of picking up trash. And I thought you'd think this is so interesting.
I love it because I love anytime someone turns something into like a competitive sport.
I knew you would like this.
Like the world forklift competition that takes place in Germany. Exactly. Love that shit.
And listen to this. Okay, so he started it in 2008. And since then, it's been an estimated, like since 2008 when he started this, it's been estimated that 440,000 pounds of trash have been collected since he started it, and they have World Cups for this. So in 2023, they had 21 countries participate in this World Cup, and in 2025, there was 34 countries come and participate in this cup, and there's like rules and everything. It was so insane. I know, isn't that so cool? So they have 45 minutes, like you're in your little team, you have 45 minutes to go to like your designated area and pick up as much trash as you can. But one of the very first rules that this guy made for this game was that because it's like more of an environmental issue, he wants to like bring awareness to like just the environment and keeping things clean and like
Sure.
all that. So he was like, I want this to be a game that everybody can play, like, because usually sports are for like athletic people. He was like, I want everyone to play this, like kids, elders, like anyone. So one of the first rule he made is there's no running. You can't run. You just go about this in like fast walk, I guess, but you can't run. That's one of the rules.
Okay.
So you have 45 minutes to pick up your trash, and then you have 15 minutes to take it back to like the base, I guess, wherever they're doing.
Okay.
And then you have 20 minutes to sort it into the bins, like the correct bins. And then the winner is determined on how much weight that it is, like all the garbage, like the weight. There's people that have collected, like, I think one of the winners of the World Cup collected like 180 pounds of garbage, which is kind of
How
crazy.
do you do that in, what'd you say, 45 minutes, 30 minutes?
45 minutes. And I didn't see how big the teams were. The article didn't say.
Oh, team based. Okay.
Yeah, it's a team-based thing. But you get points for the weight and then high-valued items. I want you to guess what one of the high-valued items is, because I was kind of thrown off by this. They only gave like one example, but
I wish you had more examples because then we could make this a little game right
I know.
now.
They only gave me one, and I was kind of thrown off by what it was, because I read that and I was like, I wonder what like a high-valued item would be. And then it gave me an example and I was like, okay.
High valued. I would think some kind of like digital like piece of technology, maybe like a watch.
I think you're thinking too much into it. Like it's just like it's trash. They pick up trash.
Okay. So not that kind of high value.
No.
Okay. So then gum.
I feel like that might be in this category.
Okay.
Because like I said, they only gave me one example. And I feel like that would be like kind of in this category. Do y'all know what the example was?
Give it to me.
Cigarette butts. Is what they...
Interesting. Cigarette butts is the high value item.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
guess this is taking place in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Japan still has a pretty healthy smoking. I don't want to say culture, but it's smoking is still very popular in Japan.
Yeah. So cigarette butts, like you said, you get 20 minutes to sort all this stuff. Winner is based on those things. However, you can't do like hazardous items, which they like broken glass would be hazardous items, which I think is interesting that you wouldn't have.
I guess because this is like a structured sport, there's probably risk and there's probably issues there that are like, all right, we could, if someone got hurt, we could get in trouble on this, so we can't do glass. But that does kind of suck because the whole point of this is picking up trash.
Yeah. So, anyways, they have the 45 minutes to collect their trash, and they have 15 minutes to get back. You can't go on private property. Like, that's one of the rules. Hazardous items like the glass. And you can't pick up already thrown away trash. And they monitor this because they have referees that follow the teams around at, like,
I love
the
it.
bigger events. They just have a referee that goes around with everybody and, like,
Solid.
does their thing. I think it's
Very structured.
so fun. Yeah. So, like, no running. And they have, like, there's this one guy, Menino Nanoka. I don't know. He's an Olympic medalist, and he also does this. So, like, it's not just, like...
It's not that niche.
No,
I
like
guess.
there's
Yeah.
first of all, 34 countries participate in this, and they have Olympic medalists and like other athletes that also come
and legitimize it even more.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then their fans are like, "Oh, what's this?" If they're following that athlete, I love it.
Anyways, yeah, and then the other rule that I thought was interesting too is like if you win, like if your team wins the World Cup one year for this, the next year you can't participate in the World Cup. You have to be like an ambassador. So the person, like the group that wins the year before, they have to kind of sit out the next year. So you can't like win back to back to back in like the major events. I thought that was super interesting too.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard of a sports rule like that before.
I know. And the guy that made it, his like, because they did the article like on his thing, but he was like, yeah, I just like really wanted to like spread awareness about like the garbage, like just like the environment, like cleaning up and like marine life and how garbage like affects our environment and all that. And he was like, I just want people to like think of this as like a fun sport, but also like take it back to their own communities and like go to their like politicians and like advocate for this, and I was like, this is amazing. This is so
great
cool.
Stuff. Yeah.
So anyways, that
Great
was
find,
my
Faith. Great
that was
find.
my find.
I love it. I'm definitely going to be looking this up, and I'm sure that there are people that have participated that have like GoPro their trash picking up. So I will be searching for those GoPro videos. I'm sure they exist. So this is great find. I love it.
I know. So they mentioned like Germany was a part of it. They didn't like name off the specific countries, but like they had somebody from Germany. Like
I'm sure I can find a website for it.
Yeah, probably.
More information.
But I thought that was so cool, so fun. So anyways, that was my fun piece of news, and I was really excited to share it with you because I knew that you would really like it.
Nice. Okay. Well, that concludes the good news portion of today's episode. I almost said today's segment, but I was like fumbling for words there. I was like, I've also, speaking of bad habits, I have recently voraciously picked up the word I think it's gotten on really bad lately. But here's the thing. I'm also about to start I'm going to re-listen to every episode from 2025 on this podcast. And we're going to see just how bad I actually was. Because the thing about the show is, because of the time for turnaround on this, I do very little editing. I will like equalize the audio, and I'll cut out maybe a couple of things here and there that I take note of throughout the episode. But mostly this podcast kind of comes out raw because there's a couple creative decisions behind it. First of all, and like kind of like mornings are raw, they're unfiltered, and so I kind of wanted to take that aspect for this show, and raw and unfiltered, but you know, minimal audio enhancements to make it a decent sounding audio file, right? But I wanted to go back and re-listen to last year's episodes because for other reasons other than wanting to have more reasons to hate myself. But it's mostly because I want to go back. I want to take my content this year. I want to take it more seriously. So last year was about like experimenting, finding what worked, seeing what I enjoyed, and just creating varied amounts of content to kind of just like find what I want to focus on. And this year it's about getting better, improving the practice, and just producing higher quality stuff, and taking content creation a little bit more seriously with some changes that I'm very excited to be announcing very, very shortly. There are a lot of developments that are happening behind the scenes that I can't wait to talk about outside of this podcast. But now is not the time to talk about it until there's like something actually out there to share, you know. But in taking it more seriously, I want to go back and listen to all of last year's episodes to just identify where to improve, what could be done better. And also, this will give me an opportunity to collect all of those things that I left unsaid. And so,
yes.
So after I get through, and I'll have a healthy dose of notes to kind of go through here. So I'm excited about that because Michael's missed takes or missed opportunity. I'm kind of missed opinions, missed notes, whatever, something like that. I'll come up with something clever, but that'll be fun because I'm gonna like, son of a bitch, I remembered that I wanted to say this, or I sounded like an idiot. Here's what I actually meant, that kind of thing, like a retakes, if you will.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to going back through there, but also I know that I am gonna squirm, and I'm gonna hate every moment of going through all of last year's episodes and listening to me talk on this and go, oh God, that's terrible. You know, so I'm not, son of a, I'm so mad. I made sure to include this audio bite because I wanted to include it earlier, and I just remembered.
Good news, everyone.
I'm so mad at myself. I was like, ooh, I could finally fit it in a Futurama soundbite, and I forgot it before we did the good news. Missed opportunities.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Speaking of missed opportunities, I feel like we missed an opportune trick to teach Sissy that I feel like would be very valuable right now.
What's that?
That trick would be get comfortable or get comfy. And then we would just train her to like go lay down on the couch and cover herself in a blanket. I feel like that would be very valuable to us.
I feel like we missed a lot of things with her, honestly. Because she's like...
She's well trained.
She is well trained. Like, she knows, like, basic commands, and she, like, for the most part, listens. She listens to you more than she does me. I think that's just because she doesn't see me.
Because I'm the alpha male.
Shut up. But that's what it is. She sees you as, like, more in charge, and it really pisses me off sometimes. Because, okay, she started doing this recently, and I'm about ready to lose my frickin' mind with her, Michael. She'll go outside, and ever since she played Mission Impossible, when I don't see her in the backyard, it, like, freaks me out for a second. Because I'm like, oh my god, did she, like, get out again? Because she hasn't been wearing... I don't think she's had her collar on for the past, like, month.
Yeah.
So, when I don't see her, I'm like, oh my god, where'd she go? And I call for her, and she doesn't answer. No, doesn't answer. She, like, doesn't come. And, like, I can't find her. She, like, doesn't even poke her head around the corner. I can't find her. And then I start to, like, panic. And I'm like, oh, my God, now I have to go out there. And every single frickin' time, that little brat is around the corner of the house just sitting in the grass. And every time I come over there, she looks at me like, yeah, I heard you. I just didn't want to come. And it makes me so mad. Because as soon as I come around the corner, she starts walking towards me. And she's saying, like, yeah, I heard you, but come and get me. I'm not coming to you. And it makes me so irritated every single time. Because I will sit there and call and call and call. And she just won't come. I have to go and get her. And it's starting to tick me off. But if you did that, do you know how fast she'd come running?
Yeah, she'd sprint. Ooh, what's up?
So I know, like, Sissy, she's a smart dog. She just really chooses
She's
not to.
actually very smart, yeah, unfortunately.
She just really chooses not to listen.
100% every time.
Yeah. And it's really irritating. So.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You need just get a little bit more manly. See what happens.
See, the thing is you've been telling me that since we've got her. You're like, you just need to speak, like, more... I don't even stern, authoritative. It doesn't matter if I do that.
Maybe you should just grow some chest hair and she'll come.
She, like, sees me as the person that she just, like, wants to cuddle with. She, like, doesn't care about what I try to ask her to do or tell her to do. She's like, oh, you want me to do that? I don't really care. I'm not doing that.
It's because you're too soft on her.
It's so annoying. So annoying.
This is what happens when you feed her goldfish in bed, Faith. This is your fault.
She likes her cheese, Michael. She likes her cheese.
Or she likes her artificial cheese.
I've never seen a dog that likes cheese.
Won't touch peanut butter, but is ballistic for cheese, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, we're taking our Christmas decorations this weekend, right? Okay. So I was wondering, when did your family take Christmas decorations down when you were growing up?
Michael. Mom, I love you. I learned my procrastination skills from my mother. Do you think Christmas came down before the end of January in our house?
Oh.
Not a chance.
Okay.
Not a chance. My mom, I was talking to her on the phone. She's like, yeah, I think I'm going to take down Christmas this weekend. And I was like, no, you're not. In my head, when she told me that, I was like, no, you're not. You need to say it about 3 more times before you actually do it. I know she's not going to. And, like, maybe she will now that my dad's in Arizona. Because he retired and decided he can do whatever the hell he wants now. Which, fair.
That's going to be me. Retiring 8 years before you. And
yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
If we have a planet to fuck off around at that point. But
might all explode by then. So yeah, she told me yesterday, she's like, I might take Christmas decorations down. And in my head, I was like, no, you're not. Decorations don't come down. They, like, I feel like most of the years growing up, they were still up by Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. My mom is such a procrastinator.
Okay, well, growing up for me, our Christmas decorations came down right after New Year's.
See, that makes sense, because your mom is your mom. Like... not in a mean, like, Brandy, not in a mean way. Just, like, your mom does not procrastinate. If something's done, it's done.
Oh, yeah. My mom doesn't need to-do lists because she gets it done the moment she thinks about it.
No, exactly. Yeah. Like, your mom
Which is where I learned this from.
No, I know.
So I feel like my mom should give me a rebate on therapy. I had to go to learn to relax because you taught me not to relax.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Mom. I know she's gonna be listening to this episode and text me later because she got. Did I tell you how far behind?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she got months behind, and then she binged like half a year in like 1 week.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, and then like once my mom finally got our tree taken down, because at some point, I think I was in high school, she switched to doing a fake tree. And so then the fake tree had to go back upstairs in the attic. Well, my mom can't take the tree upstairs like she can, but there's 2 men in our house, they can do it. But then it was like pulling teeth to try and get Nathaniel, my brother, to take them
I would
upstairs.
say, hold on. Your mom's not in a polyamorous relationship. Let's clarify that one real quick. By 2 men, she had her grown-ass adult son living with her for a little while until recently. Your mom does not have 2 husbands.
No, no. But it was like pulling teeth to try to get Nathaniel to take this stupid tree back upstairs to put in the attic. So then once the Christmas decorations got taken down, like maybe end of January, the box stood there for like another 3 weeks before it was finally taken upstairs.
Okay. So Christmas decorations being up at this time are still normal for you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Well, with the Christmas tree Christmas decorations coming down, you know how tempted I was to like, if we didn't have the house to ourselves this weekend and we weren't totally relaxing, I would, as if we don't do that every weekend now. I was so tempted to ask if you wanted to start my 7-week spring cleaning program this week, but
I hate that you just called it a program, Michael.
It kind of is. I was tempted to ask if you wanted to start my 7-week cleaning program, but I decided no.
I don't know. Maybe after we take Christmas decorations down, I'll just be in a roll and want to get it done, you know?
I won't stop you. Mm-hmm. I will gladly jump on one of the week programs.
Yeah. Although I do think I want to put up Valentine's Day decorations. I want to make like a...
We don't have any Valentine's Day decorations.
Michael, you get crafty. We can make like those little heart chains with paper.
Oh, God.
And hang it up.
See, this is your mom's 5th grade teacher coming out in you right
But
now.
it would be fun, Michael, to make them. Okay. And then they would be cute hanging.
Okay. Maybe just like above the table, you know? Like if we did like a little heartstring. You're looking at me like I'm an idiot and that you hate this already.
Embrace it, Michael.
All right, I think that that about wraps us up. We did pretty good, 40 minutes on the clock. So I just wanted to link this back up with my good news, everybody.
Good news, everyone.
Oh, everyone! Damn it! I'm a fake fan. I thought it would be fun to do a Star Wars related movie for my movie pick of the week, and it's still, don't worry, it's still a weird and probably easily definable as a cult fan film. But this movie is Fanboys, one of my absolute favorites from my childhood. Early teenage years, actually. This is from early teenage years, but it's from 2009, and when I tell you this movie is star stacked, I am not kidding you. We have Seth Rogen, Kristen Bell, Don Fogler, Jay Baruchel. I really need to look up how to pronounce his last name because he does appear in a lot of movies I watch. Yeah, so this star-studded movie also includes like Carrie Fisher, who, do you know who that is?
Her name sounds familiar.
Okay, she's Leia from Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah. We've got Billy D. Williams, who, great actor too. Kevin Smith, amazing actor. I love everything everything he's also ever created. Ray Park, Ethan Suplee, Danny Trejo, Joe Lo Truglio. A big fan of his characters that he's done. Craig Robinson. Plenty of big names make cameos in this movie. It's just a fun movie, and the point of this movie is it's 4 friends that are reuniting as adults, and one of them is terminally ill with cancer. He is going to die. There's nothing to stop it, nothing to save him. and they're like, the movie takes place between episode 6 of Star Wars being released and episode 1 of Star Wars being released. And they're like, well, he's going to die before episode 1 releases. So let's drive across the country and break into Skywalker Ranch, which is kind of like the headquarters of Star Wars. And we're going to break in and steal a copy of episode 1, and we're going to watch that movie so that he has an opportunity to see it before he dies, since he won't be around for it afterwards. And so there's love a good road trip, guys reconnecting kind of show. Kristen Bell joins the 4 guys in the cast, and she's also just, I love it when she does like nerdy stuff, nerdy roles. I think she just fits really well into it. I love Kristen Bell in general. I've always enjoyed her acting, but yeah, it just kind of follows them on this little journey of reconnecting with each other and overcoming their differences, because it's 4 friends that have kind of been split up over the years, and they have issues, you know, as grown-ass adults do with childhood friends. And so it's a little heartwarming, a little bit sad, because you know he's dying in the end. And it's just all about being fanboys of Star Wars. So that's my movie recommendation this week. What do you got for us?
So, my movie recommendation, because I thought about this the other day, is going to be Peter Pan.
Wow.
Disney Peter Pan.
Okay.
Because I used to watch...
Which one? Because hasn't Disney done a couple...
the original Disney Peter Pan.
Okay.
Like, the original animated, whatever year it came out in, I don't know.
Okay.
I loved this movie when I was little. My favorite Disney movies when I was little, screw the Disney princesses. Couldn't have cared less about, well, I did care about the Disney princess when I was little, let's be so for real.
So you're lying to us already. How can we trust
Shut up.
what you're about to recommend if you're starting this off with a lie?
However,
And now you're interrupting me.
my favorite Disney movies that I watched so much that Rachel, my best friend, like vividly remembers watching when she comes over to my house, were Peter Pan and The Jungle Book. Those 2 were my favorite. I used the shit out of those DVDs. I absolutely love those movies. I've watched Peter Pan so many times, and this morning I was like, oh my god, I want to watch Peter Pan. Like, that sounds like so good right now, and I forgot how much I love that movie. So my recommendation is Peter Pan, because I love that movie so much. Hence why I have my Peter Pan little music box, because my family just knew how obsessed I was with that movie when I was little.
Do you remember the, almost at South Park, the Family Guy bit where they're about to die and Peter's like, yeah, since we're about to die, I feel like I need to tell everyone something. And he says, I did not care for the Godfather.
Michael, don't hurt my feelings.
I did not care for the Peter Pan story.
That's really heartbreaking, Michael.
I'm sorry.
Because how do you not care about the Peter Pan story?
It's just...
Because not only did it introduce Tinkerbell, Tinkerbell got her entire franchise after this. And now there's all of these Tinkerbell movies, which, by the way, if you haven't watched Tinkerbell movies, go watch the Tinkerbell movies. I made Michael watch the pirate one.
I'll tell you a secret. I did not care for the Tinkerbell movies.
And the thing is, I made you watch the one that I thought you'd like the most, the Pirate Fairy, because the Pirate Fairy is just so good. It has pirates. She's a pirate fairy, Michael. And then all of the other ones are just as good. They're so good, Michael. So good. I love the Tinkerbell movies. And Peter Pan kickstarted that, and it's just so good. I can't tell you how much I love Peter Pan, Michael.
If I had that TikTok soundbite where it's an opinion, that's what I would be playing right now.
Whatever, Michael.
Thank you for your active contribution here and your love of Peter Pan.
I love Peter Pan.
Well, that's going to take us out. Thanks for listening to another episode of Side Up.